then we've just come out of the incredible heat in London, well, in the UK, on hottest day ever. Yesterday, 41 degrees, I think. Just crazy.
It's unbelievable. And we were just talking about with the Enzo, and it was one of those things that also that's kind of what's bizarre is that all the fires in the city.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah. All right, on to more happy things.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with all the controls and how to navigate and teleport and all that kind of stuff?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, great. Fantastic. So, shall I just give you a tour? Would that make sense?
That would be fantastic. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, great. So this is the Gatherings Hub, which is like a welcoming place. So let me just show you a couple of things. If you kind of follow me, have you seen the sort of 3D bust of the avatar?
I have not, no.
Okay, great. If you just follow me this way, just teleport across here.
Is that supposed to be me?
I think you've got the default avatar there rather than the actual. Yes, exactly. So so what happens is when you create the regular avatar from the picture, then everyone here only sees their avatar. So I'm seeing my avatar, Enzo's seeing his, Dexter's seeing his, you're seeing your default. But part of this is you get the sense of to look around it and see it in 3D.
You guys have pretty good looking heads here. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's good. So one of the things that we really wanted to do was start with a recognizable image. So part of what we wanted to do was not make this like a kind of cartoon experience. We wanted to have the sense of it's more like a LinkedIn. It's, you know, you're representing you. You're probably here in a professional capacity with your company, so that you want to have that sort of sense of the avatar being kind of recognizably you. So avatars are just constantly under development, and there'll be many more improvements in avatar expression, lip syncing, you know, more of the body. So that's all just going to come as the hardware improves and more development goes in. So that's one of the key things. One other thing that, sorry, Karen.
No, oh, sorry. So one of the things I was going to say in terms of the hardware, do you see that potentially the Apple device, whenever it comes out in the next 12 to 18 months, to have a significant change on that? Or do you think it's going to be sort of status quo with the Oculus?
Very significant changes we're expecting. So I think one thing that we're already seeing, so we know there's a new headset coming from Meta in 3 or 4 months from now. And that will be a more powerful headset. So I think then that, you know, part of this is we're trying to do pretty complex things here. So networking, hundreds of people, environments, you know, making sure the sound is good, and trying to do that. We have to just be aware of the capabilities of the headset. But these headsets will just get more powerful, more portable over time, and so we know we've got one coming from Meta, which we believe will be a significant step up. Then we're all waiting to see what happens with Apple. But there's no doubt the hardware is improving all the time. And that will enable many more things to happen.
Okay, wonderful. No, thank you.
Right. Yeah, so one of the things that we've really kind of worked on as well is spatial audio. So part of the sense of co-presence is not only, you know, this is a kind of classic thing where, you know, we're not all just looking at each other on a 2D environment. We've kind of formed a semicircle. That really happens a lot. And so, you know, if I move over here, if you just stay there, if I move over here, and now I speak, the sound will be coming from a different direction and will be fainter. And if I move further away, it gets fainter. So we've done a lot of work around spatial audio to make sure we get the best experience. And we can tune that according to different rooms and different experiences. So yeah, avatars, spatial audio, and then the real kind of sense of co-presence is, you know, we're all literally scattered around the world, but it feels like we're in the same place. And part of that is when you start to look at things, when you look out at the view around there, over there, and we all start to look at the same things and pick things out, you really get the sense of, okay, this is different. We are inhabiting a 3D world. Yeah, that's one of the big kind of killer applications, I think, of this, is the sense of real co-presence.
No, it's fantastic. No, I think you guys have done a wonderful job based on this, what I've seen so far.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so this is the opening hub. So let's just explore some of the other spaces we have.
Please.
So I think, so I think you know how to use the navigation.
I hope so. So I'll look down at my hands. I know to teleport. Do you want me to go out to like menu or something, or?
Yeah, so you just use the indented button on your left hand controller, and then that brings up a navigation menu.
Okay, got it.
Okay, if you then click on public, point your cursor, your laser to public.
There.
And then you should see a whole range of different rooms now.
Perfect.
Great. So let's go to the presentation room. So can you see the presentation room there?
Let's see, I'm going down, down, down. There we go, presentation room. Got it. Download it.
Yep. Download it. And then when it's downloaded, it will change to join.
Okay, perfect.
And then if you just join the room, we'll see you there.
Okay, it's there. I will join right now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey. So this is one of the rooms that we really created for kind of all hands kind of presentation. So this can take kind of 40 people. And what we've done with the audio here is that the audio is equal around the room so that anyone can hear, anyone can contribute. And then can you see the big presentation gatherings screen there?
Sure.
Yep. And then there's a lectern here. Let me just call up.
You guys are already seated. Well done.
And then you have a lectern here, and you literally just go through the presentation by clicking the arrows there. That's
oh my goodness, you can actually go through it.
Yeah. And obviously, as a presenter, what you're looking at is here. But if you're the attendee, you're over here, and you can then really see this amazing screen.
Can I advance the slides actually physically,
yes,
or whatever?
Please do. If you point your laser at the briefcase, and then you'll see a little menu. If you then just choose the presentation, that's it. And then you can advance.
So I chose it.
Yeah.
I'll switch to a different one. May not be that.
Oh, that's the video. Yeah.
Oh, forgive me. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. If you come over here, if you just that's it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, if you come over here, you see the video. You get a sense of the video. If you come over to this over here.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, there you are.
Perfect.
So you're now in control of the presentation.
Awesome. No, that's fantastic.
So we can see all the slides, and you can, if you were presenting now, one of the things that we really feel out of this is one of the key things is this sense of undivided attention. You can't really multitask easily in video. You can't have camera off like Zoom and Teams and be doing your email. You are here, you're engaged, you're with other people. It feels like there's a real kind of connection.
That's a great point. Something I had not thought of before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they start putting layers, I don't know.
Yeah. One of the things we did with the Harvard reunion, we shipped headsets to 96 people around the world in 28 different countries. And then they all came back. This is the Harvard alumni. They came back for their kind of reunion, and their professor essentially came in here, presented his new book, and then ran a whole kind of session, like a real, what do you remember from my class, kind of calling out people and things like that. So you can get these things to be very kind of interactive.
That's great. Wow. Do you, I'm sure this is just a setting, but if you were to have a desire to put someone's name over their head or something like that, is that feasible?
Yeah, so if you point your laser at me, you will see a rollover and my name will appear.
Ah, perfect. Sorry. All right.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep. And then
great.
It also gives you, when you're speaking, it gives you a kind of bubble, so you know that the person is talking.
Okay, I see that too. Okay.
Right. Okay, let's look at a couple of other different rooms. Let's go to one of the breakout rooms. So this is a room for, formal presentation, 40, 50 people. We've also got environments that are really aimed at, very small groups for more kind of networking. So if you use your menu and then go to the breakout room.
The original, so clearly the non-numbered one.
Hang on a second. Yes, select a room, go to breakout room 2.
2. Okay.
Yep.
So out of curiosity, how many, and if you can share this, how many developers do you have right now working on these types of things? Or is it open source in a way?
No, we have a whole development team. So we have the team is now about 130 people.
Oh my goodness!
I'll get you the exact breakdown of the development team, but we have a software engineering team. So we have developers, Unity developers, backend developers, architects, etc. Then we have an experiences team, which is UI, 3D modelers, artists, designers, UI, UX. Then we have a customer experience team, which Dexter is a member. So one of the big things we've invested in is getting headsets to people, onboarding people, setting them up, just looking after them in a kind of human way, because this is quite often the first VR experience that people will have had. Then we have a data science team. So we've got a data science team of 10 data engineers, data scientists, and then we have a sales team mainly based in the US, although it's one person in EMEA. Yeah, so we can give you a breakdown of the team, but yeah, it's a big internal team. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Right.
All right. Shall we
Let's
head over to breakout room number 2?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And it says room options. I'll click that, join, or select a room.
Yep.
Hi there, Joseph.
Hey.
How are you enjoying so far?
Of course. It's wild, man. It really is. It's there's I've been thinking about this. I've played around with headsets before, but it was I guess it predated this Oculus version, and there were rooms. What was it, Alt Space or something like that? Are you familiar with that?
Yes, that's right.
So I messed around with that a little bit. I mean, that was several years ago at least, but yeah, this is fantastic, especially for the enterprise world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, if coming down the pipeline, and I'll let Andrew speak to this, but there's a lot of things sort of in terms of development of it and the customization of spaces, especially with these new headsets it's really exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I can see that. No question. Huh.
Awesome.
It's funny because when you look out onto the water, you almost feel like it's moving, but I'm guessing that that's a static picture.
Yeah. I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's either a static picture or no, it's a static picture for sure. Awesome. I can just quickly check in on Dexter and Andrew. Joseph, make sure that we're in the right spot here.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna bebop around here.
Awesome. I will be right back. Sorry about that, Joseph. I'll just shoot Andrew a text really quickly and get right back.
No problem.
So this is where we staged the Morningstar Investment Conference. So this space here can take 150 people or so, and it's a big expansive space. So let's kind of just teleport around a bit.
Okay, I'll follow you.
We did a lot with spatial audio here. So, for example, on these kind of breakout spaces here, we've kind of really narrowed the spatial audio here, so you can have conversations that are kind of private. And if I move over here.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Did you hear me?
Quite faint from over here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was effective.
Yeah, so we really narrowed the spatial audio so that it's a kind of private conversation area. And then yes, let's go this way.
Okay. How do you? I don't want to like bump into people. Is that a faux pas?
It's a whole new metaverse etiquette.
Yes.
I mean, it is a sense of it gives you that sense of co-presence. One of the things is you can actually get too close to people, which you can't do on Zoom. So
right.
Yeah. So let's look at this space. This is a kind of round table space, another kind of room. And if you just join that one.
All right, I'll download it first, and then while we're downloading it, and then I'll wait to join. I was talking about this with Dexter and Enzo previously or earlier. I don't know if you came in at this juncture, but the question was, the attorney-client privilege that exists in the legal world, one of the things that the lawyers and massive law firms, when they're looking at this space, have an issue with is that they cannot have a private conversation.
Right.
And Dexter went through a little bit about that. So you could almost do a private room where absolutely no one could get access, potentially besides the client. And okay.
Exactly.
So it's feasible.
So there's a number of ways to do that. First of all, the ecosystems are completely private. So this is all based on a sense of a company's ecosystem. And so this is the Morningstar ecosystem, which we've granted you access to. But if you downloaded the application and you didn't have access, you just wouldn't even see it. So there's absolutely no way you can navigate to it. So the actual ecosystem is completely private and secure just to the people who have access. And the company can grant access, revoke access, etc. So that is the first area. Secondly, you can then actually create completely private rooms. So there's a version of this where you can create a room that you enter a code. So you enter Joseph as the code, and then the person that you want to meet knows that code, and then you go into a completely private instance that again is completely hidden from anyone who doesn't know the code. So you can then have that level of privacy. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's fantastic.
Let's go and look at the roundtable space.
All right. Joining now. Pretty swanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different feel again, more kind of relaxed, but really nice lighting, good sort of space.
Wow.
So, and then if you kind of navigate over here,
Oops.
you can then essentially go through this door back to the plaza to where we were. Again, if you now just navigate back through there. Yep.
One of the issues early on with some of these headsets and going into different places was the time to load, and the time to load is great. There's not much of a That's fantastic.
No, we've really worked hard on that so that we're trying to download a lot of stuff in the background, and also we have very strict kind of budget limit for what the room can contain, so that we can kind of minimize that download time. So let me show you a couple of other things over here.
Okay. Not too far. There we go.
Again, if you could just join this room here.
All right, I'm downloading.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
So these are one of the spaces that we can use for sponsors, for example. So again, if you kind of think about the kind of branding, and then all these screens can be used for PDFs, for presentations, for videos. And then this then takes you to the main sort of presentation theater. So if you just sort of join there, the theater.
Okay. Do you all have to download every single time, or once you've downloaded it once, you're good?
Once you've downloaded, you're good. So yeah, so these are all downloaded for me, so I just get the join message.
Okay, wonderful. All right, I'm joining now.
Okay. So
Very
this was
cool.
this is the main theatre. So where you see the big white screen, that's where we did all the live panels and sessions. So we streamed
Okay.
sort of 3 days of live panels. So you can just come in here and watch it live. But you could also, in the way I was talking about the private room, you could create your own private instance of it, so that only you could watch it with just a few group people you wanted to be with, so you can then talk through the presentation at the same time. So this was the main theatre, and then
No, it's grandiose. I like it.
yeah, exactly. Okay, and if we just go back to the plaza.
You even have a blimp up there, I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice. My goodness.
Yeah. So for example, just think about it from a Thomson Reuters perspective. So just to explain how the ecosystem would work. So we could create a Thomson Reuters ecosystem. In that ecosystem could be theatres, breakout rooms, presentation rooms, roundtable rooms, private meeting rooms. And then it's you could use it for two things. One is you could stage an event. So you can actually get external people to the company. You want to do a presentation or a conference, or maybe it's a hybrid event where some people can attend, some people can't attend. I mean, the right now the COVID rates in the UK are about 3.5 million people have COVID. So we're certainly not out of
goodness.
that. But we also think there have been quite profound societal changes, and the bar to attending a conference is now got a lot higher, particularly as you see what you can achieve digitally. But one of the things that we definitely think this does, it gives you the sense of networking and conversation in a way that you can't get if you're just attending a 2D watching videos. So if you imagine the key speakers like the Morning Star event, after some of the in-person people, they put on a headset at the event and they could network in here with people from who weren't attending in person. So if you think about the Thomson Reuters, you could have an ecosystem. It's a permanent, always-on ecosystem. It has a plaza, theatre, breakout rooms, any number of kind of environments. And then you can either use it for an external event, or you could use it as your own kind of metaverse campus, where you can hold meetings in here, one-on-ones, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, lots of kind of really interesting potential.
No, there's a ton of potential. I mean, see it almost immediately how this could be leveraged in so many different ways, especially looking at through that lens, through like a large organization that wants to do the conferences. The part that I'm kind of curious about is if clearly you would set this up, I'm assuming in advance, where it would say, let's just say Thomson Reuters instead of Morningstar, but all of the loading of documents, PDFs, PowerPoints into rooms that we've just seen, could that be done fairly easily by someone on the administrative side at Thomson Reuters, or does that have to go through your organization to be able to facilitate that part?
Yeah, so that is an upload via a website. So the way we're doing it right now is we're doing it for the customers, but absolutely what we're building is the ability for you to upload and manage that ecosystem yourself. So what we're building out a set of tools that at the moment we would set the environment up for you and then manage it. But what we're building is the idea that actually you could set up the ecosystem yourself, choose from the variety of rooms, look at the people you want to attend, and then also manage the upload of documents as well yourself.
Okay.
So that's definitely what we're building. Yeah.
How about a random question with respect to time in the headsets? What are you seeing as a decent amount of time where people are able to stay in this environment?
So we think kind of 45 minutes to an hour. And how long have we been in here? Yeah, we've been in here now for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And but what we find is as you get engaged and start talking, you forget. I mean, I think it's about the level of engagement. you forget that you're wearing a headset because you're so engaged with things. So 45 minutes to an hour, is absolutely fine. We're not, we're not thinking that at the moment people are going to stay in these things all day. They're going to come in and out. So that's the idea, that what we're trying to do is make your ability to get into VR and out of VR very quick and seamless, so that you could say, actually, right, in 30 minutes, I want to meet Dexter in VR. Let's meet there in 2 minutes time, and that the headset is charged. It's part of your business toolkit, and then you just meet in VR for that 30 minutes or 40 minutes. But I think as the headsets develop, we will see more persistent use, longer time use of the headsets. At the moment, we would say 45 minutes to an hour is the area. Beyond that, it starts to become too much.
Okay. So when you all have had those conferences, I just came back from 2 conferences in person, both of which were like 15,000 people each. They start at 8 in the morning and they go till 12 at night with all the events that they have nowadays.
Right.
For the Morning Star conference, I mean, people just coming in for 45 minutes and they're taking the 15-minute break and they're coming back for maybe 4 or 5 hours a day, or is it an 8-hour day-ish?
Yeah, no, we don't think so. So the way we've seen this is that you come for the things in. But part of what we think is this is part of a toolkit. So it sits alongside your laptop, your phone, your kind of everything else you've got. But the idea, I think, is that you come into this for the sessions that are really important. And one of the things we thought are, it's about the keynotes, that you want to be there watching those with other people. But then it's really around the networking and the sort of connection with the speakers. So it's a much more kind of focused activity. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yep. My goodness. Yep. All right. This is great.
Fantastic. Good.
Is there anything else you want to
access now? I think this is it. I mean, you've got access to everything. So we'd be more than happy to jump in again for a follow-up meeting. If you want to explore this at your organization, we can build out an ecosystem. You can see how you like the idea. But this is there's more environments, but you've seen the kind of core things really.
No, it's honestly, it's been fantastic. I've only experienced several years ago. I was telling Enzo earlier that was it AltSpace, another platform, and it was literally me just like playing around with it with an older headset and talking with people, but it wasn't the same at all. This is by far a better experience. I can see how this clearly translates for people right now if they wanted to go down this road. No, this is amazing. No, thank you for going through all this. As you can tell, you guys have put a lot of hard work in it. So very cool.
Okay. Fantastic.